composition of your brain to understand 3 hatch before pool ZVZ. It's almost as crazy as Nexus First PvP. And we do have cross positions, largest rush distance in the game. Spawning in the top right. The Blue Zerg, he's Psystorm Gaming's No Regret.
And our light blue Zerg spawning in the bottom left. We have Rival Gaming's Caleb Arrakis.
Now, we have some different stuff going on here. This time we have No Regret going for the aggressive play. Very non-characteristic. What do you think about this, Koshkii?
I don't know what to think. I mean, this
Yeah.
is so unlike him, right?
He never aggresses. It's never happened before. You know, this is like Rain proxy gating. Like what? You know, this is like
What is this
full
madness?
proxy raxing. I don't even know what to do here. So weird. But we do have 17 opening. We'll find out in just a sec. Yeah, we do have the expansion on 17 as well. This is the, like I was saying before, the later build. We should have pretty much the same setup as last game, where Caleb Arrakis will go for that Baneling Nest first, get those Banelings defensively, and it'll be all down to control. However, Caleb will have the advantage of spawning cross spawns here. So he's going to have a little bit more time to deal. He will have a little bit more units to deal with this aggression. So we'll see if he can take that advantage and come out on top here. Again, we have phenomenal building placement for this pool and Baneling Nest. Go ahead and get that going on.
The Lynx heading across the map. Question is, will Caleb see it? He might expect it. I would not at all. He's probably not at all surprised when these Lynx show themselves.
Yeah, probably just sort of like assumes it's going to happen, and then it's a huge surprise if it doesn't. Whereas normally you're like, oh yeah, we're going to play a macro game, right? It's like, whoa, jeez, that's weird. Not the case here. Nicely grabbing that with the Watchtower. Sees this relatively early, going to start pulling everything back here. And Baneling's already finishing. Pretty big difference here, and that's that critical moment in time. Look, this time he's going to have 2 Banelings on top of a ramp with a Queen to deal with this attack. So he's in a lot better spot, but it's not everything. Ooh, if he gets this Baneling, though, very strong.
Ooh.
Excellently done. He needs 2 Banelings to kill a Baneling. It takes 2 Banelings to kill any other Baneling. So having only 1 is a pretty big disadvantage. Ooh, nice run by there. Gets a little bit of an explosion there. Not too cost efficient for either player as far as explosions go. But nicely done so far. We do have 3 defensive Banelings against the only 1 offensive Baneling of No Regret. Obviously, the lane count much higher for our Blue Zerg.
And an Evo chamber, too, behind that.
Oh, nicely done. Uses the Queen to take out that Baneling. No losses at all. Poking forward with the defensive Baneling over here.
Caleb doing a pretty good job this time around in defending this push.
Uh-oh. Needs to save that Baneling. Quick. Somebody save him. Oh, nicely done. Excellent micro there. And now, this is the part that Caleb has been waiting for. 2 Queens on the way. Ling speed finishing up. He's got the supply advantage. He's got the worker lead as well. No Regret is still very much in this. A lot can happen when we get into this mid-sized Ling Bane micro situation.
Yeah, and as you've mentioned before, No Regret is very good at these Ling Bane wars. I'm curious to see. Oh, but we do have an Overlord morphing in the corner of Caleb's base. Will Caleb see this, though? This could do a lot of damage.
Man. He's actually moving an Overlord into position. It looks like he did expect this. He's going to run it over here. Those Banelings not getting very good connections. However, there's a giant Baneling clump over here. Oh my god, that could have been really bad if there were 2 Banelings, not 1. He's losing some workers, but makes a pretty good defense. Oh no, Queen caught out of position and taken out. The Larva advantage, very important in this matchup. Losing a Queen can really hurt you. Gonna focus down this Baneling over here. In the meantime, we have more drops going through, and this elevator play from No Regret, making it very difficult to defend.
Yeah, attacking on both fronts like this and with that drop is very tough We have another small, not small, it's actually quite large here from No Regret. A drop in that main. But Caleb doing his best here to defend this. Ooh, but that Baneling connection also pretty good there.
Yep, things are still looking good for Caleb Arrakis here. Supply-wise in a good spot, economy as well. +1 attack from No Regret. This is interesting. +1 defense, Carapace, will allow your Lings to survive one attack of a Baneling. But instead here, No Regret, like he does, going for the more aggressive move. Nice trades there, but not enough. Moving in, trying to kill another queen. Doesn't manage to pull it off.
More Lings looking like they are elevatoring up into the main base again. Queen is getting a little low health, but is surviving.
Yep, taking out that. Oh, he's going to pull him into the Bane here. Oh, just barely missed that. If he had manually detonated that Bane, it would have been 1 for all, which is fantastic and also Musketeer-like, so good for you.
More Banelings here being morphed for Caleb. Caleb is on 2 bases, which is nice for him, but No Regret still continuing his assault. Having that +1 attack will be a bit of an advantage for him as well.
Oh, running over here, the Baneling. Oh, he can get 2 for 4 here. Oh, 2 for 3, still pretty good trade.
Baneling trying to get a good connection there from No Regret. Oh, and the Queen again, very close to dying, does go down again.
Very nicely done. +1 attack, almost finishing. For No Regret, we'll give him a small advantage.
More Lings streaming across the map. More Banelings being morphed in as well.
Roaches, though, for Caleb Arrakis.
Yeah, 5 roaches on the way.
That's that stabilizing unit. If he can get enough, we will move out of this early game stage that No Regret is so good in. And we will move toward a mid game where I think Caleb Arrakis has a lot better shot at coming out on top.
Yeah, these roaches are really going to do a good job in kind of turning this around. I mean, I do think that you know, the melee attack is still nothing to forget also.
Yeah, the melee attack is useful. It was a lot of forethought there from No Regret. So the melee attack is something generally that you use against a roach composition. It helps out pretty strong if you're going, you know, Lings versus roach. So he's going to have a nice little bit of advantage there as long as he can continue to micro well against the remaining Banelings. Oh, big hit on the Banelings for Caleb Arrakis. Excellently done. Moving forward, he also has the creep as well. Got to be careful for any sort of Ling run-bys, but it looks like a full retreat here from No Regret.
Yeah, we've got a layer about to finish here from Caleb Arrakis, too.
Oh,
Probably going to see some roach speed out of that. Curious what else he does with it.
I mean, at this point in time, Caleb Arrakis is so far ahead. He's got pretty much double the workers, more than double the army supply. He could pretty much build anything, and as long as he spends well and doesn't make any mistakes, he's gonna come out on top here.
There is a little bit of a Zergling squad, though, moving into Caleb's base as Caleb is moving into No Regret's base. There are a few roaches, though, to help defend. Some drones start to go down.
Nice cleanup of those drones. But in the meantime, we have a huge attack coming across here. Nice surround, however. It looks like No Regret beginning to fend this off. 18 workers to 12, so cutting into that economic lead as well, but it might just be barely enough roaches to move into this next phase. Obviously, we have some units coming back, so this small force will be eliminated. Could try to trade cost efficiently by reducing the surface area, getting into a corner with those ranged units.
Yeah, we've got more units streaming across the map. More Banelings being morphed. We got some more roaches on the way.
This is very risky, wow.
Yeah.
Fighting within the morphing Banelings, yep, and that's the problem. GG.
GG.
Excellently done there by Caleb Arrakis. Just that little extra time, and he's able to defend in the same scenario. The map playing, and the spawning positions especially, playing a really critical role in that defense.
Definitely. It took No Regret a little bit longer to get across the map than, you know, in normal spawn positions, I guess.
Right. Yep, and so he was able to get those initial Banelings out, and he had solid control And he was able to move into the Roach phase of the game. And despite that +1 attack, it still was not enough for No Regret. He was on 13 drones almost the whole time. Went down to 12 when he took that expansion. Never droned up behind it. And so he was very much all in. All in's a term, it gets thrown around a bit. It's like, oh yeah, he's all in, and then the game keeps going on for another 20 minutes. In that game, he was very, very, very all in.
Yeah,
there were different stages. I was like DEFCON 4 all in or something. That's like a whole nother level of all in, which is what you come to expect from No Regret.
Yeah, it is true.
He has a perfect ID, by the way. Can I just say that? No Regret is the perfect ID for someone with his playstyle.
It is true.
Fantastic. And also, Dark Voice Portrait means that he's grinded out 1,000 wins with every race and random. And the absolute best way to do that, by the way, is playing like No Regret. So you have he has like 14K games on his account. He plays like 1,000 games a season.